Hello, this is James, and this is video number 11 of my Voiceplay series. This is Nothing Else Matters featuring Jaylon. And I know I said I'd do Halo, however, I couldn't get this out of my head. Reason being, the more I thought about it, the more I think it makes sense for Voiceplay to do this, because they really do kind of encapsulate that, you know, we're going to do what we want to do. We're going to make a dubstep version of full release, and there's nothing you can do about it because we want to do it. And that, you know, that kind of originality, I hope, carries through on this. It makes more and more sense, basically, is what I'm saying, that they would do this, because it's fitting, right? I haven't seen many covers of this. I know the original pretty well. And I think the reason being, it's so iconic, it's difficult to really pull it off. So I don't know how they're going to do this. Are they going to make a dubstep cover with a rap on it, or are they going to keep it faithful? I don't have a preference. Voiceplay is going to voiceplay, and I'm probably going to enjoy it regardless. So this is Nothing Else Matters. Let's get into it. Okay, already a lot to say. If I was an a cappella group, for instance, who's arranging this? Is it Jeff? If I was an a cappella group, I'd start with the voice, right? So I'd start with probably Ellie singing. That's where I'd start it. Not Voiceplay. They decided to do the guitar intro. That's interesting. Didn't think that was going to happen. But if you think about it, these kind of bell chords are perfect for a guitar chord, so it makes sense. Loving the decision already. Okay. Ooh, wow, they're doing the full thing. Okay. Okay, so there's my first question answered. Unless they do crazy in the second half. They're doing the full version. They're adding the guitar solo, which is, you know, you could skip it, I guess. But it's such an integral part of the original. The guitar is almost as important as the voice is, in a way. It's Metallica. And they're being tasteful here. They're dressed in black, just like James is in the original. The set is simple. All the focus is on the voices because, you know, they're not going for anything fancy. Really enjoying the decision so far. Really interested. How are they going to do the guitar solo if they're going with the faithful route? They're probably going to mix it up, right? Okay, anyway.
So close, no matter how far.
Clean, simple.
Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust in who we are. And nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say.
Interesting.
Ooh, and nothing else matters. Seek and I find in you.
Nice.
Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. Oh, and nothing else matters. Oh, never cared for what.
What's that bomb? Is that Lane doing the sound? Not much to say here. Very interesting, beautiful, you know, ear candy. I'm still surprised how the voices are very clean. I mean, Jane added a bit of, you know, made it interesting. Added some pauses in the right places to give it a sense of building. but very clean, which makes sense, right? Even in the original, James starts off very clean with his voice. Very interesting. That's lame.
Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know.
Okay, what I'm loving here is, I'm obviously not a vocal coach or anything, but I'm noticing they really know how to. They're using closed mouth hum, and then this. When they wanted to build, they changed to an R, so it kind of swells. Very interesting.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are.
Oh my god.
Nothing else matters.
I see Jeff here is doing basically sign language for bass lovers. His hand is doing, when the voice collapsed and went down, he did this. And when he switched to the sub from his chest voice, he did this. I could probably switch off the audio and know what he's doing just based off his hand. It's like a wizard wand, Great to hear him sing like in the pocket, which is like lower than my lowest note for him, is like a speaking tone. It's so natural. The resonance and vibration so perfect in that pocket. I don't know what that is, probably around a B1 or something like that.
And nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know. Never open myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say. And nothing else matters. And nothing else. Trust I see, and I find in you. Every day for us something new.
Okay.
Open mind for a different view.
Okay, song's building. They're starting to open up now. Eddie's starting to, dig into his rock belt, and Caesar bringing that beautiful color. Gives me the shivers every time. Jaylan's also. Everyone's doing their thing now. It's starting to build.
And nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they say. They never care for what they say. Never care for games they play.
Jaylan.
Never care for what they do. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they know. But I know.
Okay, here we go. Now what? Whoa. Okay, that reaction was partly my nerves there. Just, I got the shivers, and partly just, I was wondering how they're going to do this. This answers that with a violin. Genius. But they really drew out that, sorry, still a bit messed up from that. That was beautiful. Really beautiful.
Nothing else.
Okay. Wow.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart.
Very faithful to the original.
Forever trusting who we are. And nothing else. else matters.
Caesar. Oh my god. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So, I did watch the credits this time, but I'm going to cut them out because nothing happened. I will do that from now on, and so there'll be a reaction to anything that happens. Nothing happened this time, so no point adding 30 seconds of silence. So this song, it reminds me of something one of you said in the comments, which was Jeff's arrangements tend to focus on the strengths. You know, he'll arrange something so that it plays to everyone's strengths, whereas Lane's arrangements tend to push people to their limits. This is a Jeff arrangement, if I'm not mistaken, and it makes sense, right? Everyone's in their where they're strongest, so there's no limit testing here, and that's perfect for Nothing Else Matters, which is about, you know, being yourself, and it's a faithful. Everything about this is a faithful rendition of the original. It's chosen to go, you know, the respectful tribute route, which is fine, you know. I enjoyed it a lot, and still need to do Halo, which I keep putting off for one reason or another. Not that I don't want to hear it, but I couldn't get this out of my head because the idea of Voiceplay doing Nothing Else Matters was so intriguing that I had to see it. I enjoyed it as always, far less theatrics than usual, but that's the thing, right? Like, it doesn't always have to be a huge production. Voiceplay can pull off, you know, the theater Voiceplay, or they can shine doing a faithful rendition of a cover, using a violin as a guitar, using their voice, the bell chords as a guitar. And they chose to include, what I love most, I think, is how they chose to include you know, like the guitar intro. I mean, wouldn't have occurred to me. I thought they'd start off with the, you know, with the voice plays, so with the voices. You never know with Voiceplay. So I did enjoy it, and I can't wait to do Halo finally, now that I've got this out of my skull. All right, thank you very much for being here as always, and please continue to correct me and illuminate me in the comments. I'm becoming more and more knowledgeable about Voiceplay. And I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of this series. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.